A crowd of 10,000 expected tonight for the ultimate tests of the harness racing season. We're live on Florida's Gold Coast at Pompano Harness in Pompano Beach, Florida, as we present the 1992 Breeders' Crown. 6 races on the menu tonight, including 3 races live. The first one just moments away, the 3-year-old filly Trot. Also tonight, we'll sprinkle in coverage of other videotape races, 3 to be exact. Pleasant temperatures, but the rain is falling just a little bit right now, and the wind is kicking up. Hi, everybody. I'm Bruce Beck. Well, the Braves and the Blue Jays have the night off, so it's only fitting that we present the World Series of Standardbred Racing, the Breeders' Crown. This is the biggest night of the year in the sport. $1.8 million up for grabs, 6 races overall involving 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds, and in most cases, divisional honors up for grabs. 3-year-old Colt Trot coming up next. Here's the field and the odds. The entry of Swagger Hanover and Keystone Ludwig, 3-1. Joppa's Crown at 50, Rugged Customer 30-1, Giant Force 9-5, Desert Rain 9-1, Craxie at 80, Dutch Slowbell at 45-1. And the rest of the field, Herschel Walker at 3, SIROCCO SPUR at 12, and Baltic Striker at 3-1. And there's a good look at Giant Force, trained by Per Eriksson, arguably the best trainer of trotters in the world. He is the 6th leading trainer in Breeders' Crown history, banking more than $1.2 million from just 13 horses. He's got Giant Force going here, and Gary Seibel has more on this great trainer.
In last year's Breeders' Crown extravaganza, young Eriksson stole the show. Giant Victory followed up his Hambletonian win with a crown, and freshman King Kong crowned himself as the 92 Hambletonian favorite. Midway through the stretch, King Kong held off the challenge of Armbro Keepsake and appeared to be headed to victory.
Not giving it up along the inside, Alf Polima, and Alf Polima finds room along the inside to win it.
But no, it was the unsung entry-mate Alf Polima, a Colt Eriksson co-owned, who squeezed through on the rail to give Per back-to-back Hambletonian triumphs, something only 5 other trainers have done in the 67-year history of the Hambletonian.
Well, I mean, when he come up on the inside there, it was a very big surprise, I have to say that. You know, I just kept my own King Kong, you know, and I never even think about Alf, you know. In the back of my mind, I hope him to get the check, you know.
Alf's success continued. He captured the Rich World Trotting Derby and was favored in the Colonial at Rosecroft until he suffered a hoof injury and has been sidelined ever since, forced to miss the Breeders' Crown. You have chicken one night and feathers the next, and no one knows that better than Per.
When you are doing good, that's the main thing. I think that like we try to enjoy it so much we can, you know, because I've been in so long, I know it's turning around faster and.
Last year was a season to remember for Eriksson. It wasn't just the Peter Houghton victory, or the Hambletonian win, or the 2 Breeders' Crowns, but all those combined with marriage to his wife Tina. It made 1992 a year Per will never forget. Tina now runs the stable, and together they make quite a team.
Oh, that means a lot. It'd be very tough for me if she don't like this, because I'm really never home. But now we're together, when, you know, she works for me all day long, and everything is around these horses, 24 hours. So it helps.
I think it's very important, because this business, if the one partner is not in it, they don't believe how much. It's not just a work, it's like a lifestyle. So you really have to understand it to be able to live with it.
It's never easy, even at the top. Expectations increase, and so does the pressure. Per feels the pressure, but finds ways to overcome it by throwing himself into the work he so loves.
Always hungry for more success, and he's never satisfied. I mean, of course, after a good race, he's very happy, but it's never enough for him. He's a very hard worker, and not just training and driving horses. Also, like you see him raking, he's doing everything, and he's very concerned about the horses too. He likes them a lot. It's not just a business for him.
So there you have it. Eriksson's blueprint for success makes equal parts hard work with lots of luck and love of a good woman.
A training double in last year's Breeders' Crown for Per Eriksson. Tonight he's already got Giant Chill in the winner's circle. Can he do it again with Giant Force? We'll find out in just a moment. 3-year-old Colt Trotters in the Breeders' Crown, and it's Swagger Hanover and Keystone Ludwig being held at 7-2. Joppa's Crown at 60-1. Rugged Customer 30-1. Giant Force 2-1. Desert Rain at 16. Craxi 35, Dutch Lobel a long shot at 60, Herschel Walker 4-1, SIROCCO SPUR 17, and Baltic Striker 9-5. And Stan, an international picture in this trotting event tonight.
There's a very interesting angle because 8 of the horses, 4 from the Colt trot and 4 from the filly trot, are heading for their next start a week from Sunday in Milan, Italy, in the Orsi Mangelli, one of the biggest races in Europe, $600,000. And in that race, incidentally, Bruce, if 20 declare in, and already 10 American horses, 8 from here tonight, 2 are already over there. If 20 declare in or 30, they all race. So I wish them good luck and seat belts.
And as you can see, well represented from all over the world in this race tonight. Gary, certainly one of the horses to watch is Swagger Hanover, who has been off for 83 days.
Swagger Hanover, 6-1, part of an entry with number 1A Keystone Ludwig on the morning line. They were just 7-2, now up to 4-1. But Swagger Hanover has been knocking heads pretty much all season long with the top colts here. He's won $141,000, and he's got the services of John Campbell. Now, Baltic Striker, morning line favorite, a heavy favorite here, but he's got the second tier. Baltic Striker was beaten decisively by Imperfection, who we saw win earlier. He is the favorite, and I guess he deserves favorite status, but he is definitely going to have his work cut out for him tonight from the second tier.
It's a wide open race. 11 owners think they can win it. And of course, Per Eriksson looking for his second win of the night. The Pompano track record and the world record set by the mighty Mac Attack, Mac Lobel, 1987, 154-1. And once again, they will be starting from the first and second tier in this race for the 3-year-old Colt and gelding trotters. Let's take a look, Gary, as they line up behind the gate.
Baltic Striker and SIROCCO SPUR, 2 of the main money earners in this field, both have the second tier. If they're able to get away well, just as Peaceplay did earlier in the 3-year-old filly trot, they might be doing just well in this race, but I'll tell you, it's going to be a tough position from there behind Japa's Crown and Rugged Customer.
5 of the 8 winners of this race have gone on to win divisional honors. It's the 3-year-old Colt and gelding trot and the Breeders' Crown at Pompano. Here's Ken Workington.
Speed, and they're off and trotting. Giant Force is first away for Sonny Patterson, Rugged Customer, and from the outside, Campbell with Swagger Hanover showing early trot now. Sweeps up 3 wide to take that early lead. Swagger Hanover to the front. Rugged Customer moves through on the inside. Rugged Customer second. Giant Force caught parked on the outside. Between horses, Craxi is fourth. Saving ground towards the inside as they head for the opening quarter, Japa's Crown. On the extreme outside, Dutch Lobel is sixth by the opening quarter mile. Then comes Desert Rain, Baltic Striker near the back of the pack early with SIROCCO SPUR and Herschel Walker. The early trailer is Keystone Ludwig. Opening quarter, fairly quick, 28-1. And Campbell's up front with Swagger Hanover, part of the Wellwood Stable entry. Parked on the outside, Sonny Patterson with Giant Force. Rugged Customer sits the 2-hole trip on the inside as they round the club turn and head towards the half. Saving ground all the way is Japa's Crown. Craxi on the outside, fifth. Looking to go 3 wide, Dutch Lobel in sixth. Looking to follow that move, Baltic Striker. Saving ground towards the rail is Desert Rain. Then it's SIROCCO SPUR. And off stride goes Dutch Lobel. Dutch Lobel on a break. The half was trotted in a quick 56 2/5. Look at the bottom of the field, Swagger Hanover now. There goes Baltic Striker and Mike LaChance. A menacing move on the outside, and Baltic Striker sweeps up and takes command like they were standing still. Still parked, but still trying on the outside is Giant Force. Towards the inside, Swagger Hanover a tiring third. Craxi is fourth. The 3/4, 126. As Mike LaChance sends Baltic Striker down the road here. Leads it by 5 as they turn for home. Giant Force is second. Between horses, Craxi. And on the outside, Herschel Walker, but they turn for home, and it's all Baltic Striker. Baltic Striker is drawing clear by 8 lengths. Giant Force, a strong second, battles for show, but it's LaChance right back here with Baltic Striker in 155-4.
An awesome performance by Baltic Striker, driven to victory by Mike LaChance. LaChance's second win of the night, owned by Wilshire Racing Stable of Vero Beach, Florida. The stable name of Rose Guida and her daughter Jamie, and bred by Paul Elrod Estate, Cincinnati, Ohio, trained by Ron Gerfine of Rock Hill, New York.
And
if this is any indication,
Here you see Baltic Striker, excuse me, Stan, a super alert move by driver Mike LaChance, 56-2. Very fast half set by John Campbell and Swagger Hanover, which allowed Baltic Striker coming from the back of the pack to make up a lot of ground, because certainly horses up front going those kind of quick fractions, they had to begin to tire. And Baltic Striker circled the field, came from about 7th at the half and came on to win it.
Unlike pacing, it is not unusual for trotting fillies to show their merit. And to give you an idea how good Imperfection, who you saw earlier, was, take a look at the idea that she beat this horse by 3 1/4 lengths in a meeting a week ago.
So it's Baltic Striker, a $4,000 yearling, but recently a private sale for a reported $750,000. We'll be right back. We're on Florida's Gold Coast, Pompano Beach, Florida, the Breeders' Crown for 1992. The winner of the race, Baltic Striker, the 3-year-old Colt and Gelding Trotters race. And many believe that this Colt should have won the Kentucky Futurity. He won the Simcoe, the American National, in elimination of the Kentucky Futurity. Ron Gerfine was real upset the fact that Baltic Striker had to score from the 2nd tier tonight, which means a trailer horse, but he had to be very pleased with the effort.
The horse, of course, is not an early speed horse. He never has shown too much early speed. His strength is coming on late. He is one of the 8 horses that's heading over to Italy, along with Imperfection, who won the filly trot. And it will be interesting to see, because with his late closing speed, Italian racing should suit him well. And we'll see how he does over there. Right now, he's where he belongs, in the Breeders' Crown winner's circle here at Pompano Park.
Baltic Striker's sire, Baltic Speed, the 1984 Breeders' Crown champion. As a matter of fact, the first Breeders' Crown 3-year-old Colt Trotter winner. And last year, Stan 10th in the Breeders' Crown. He made a break, and a little bit of a sweet revenge for him as well, with Mike LaChance on the bike.
Well, he is, and of course, Rose Gaida, who you mentioned, is not only one of the owners of Immortality, but one of the owners of Baltic Striker with Wilshire Stable here, is having a big night, too.
Right now, let's go down to the winner's circle and Gary Seibel.
Okay, with me a victorious Mike LaChance, 2 in a row here at Pompano. First with Imperfection, now with Baltic Striker. That was a huge move you made there on the backstretch. Was it the early fractions that set you up for that?
Yeah, definitely. And I was expecting a lot of traffic with the 2nd tier. There was a lot of traffic, but my horse raced great. He won a much better race than he won last week, and he was just good, real good.
Well, you can see it on the monitor now. That big move that you made circling the field. Tell us about it. What were you thinking right there?
Well, Jana, I knew that there was a lot of dead horses in the backstretch, so you know, and my horse felt real good. And once I saw that I was going around the field like that, I knew they weren't going to beat me, because you know, with the easy fraction like that in the backstretch, he was just home free.
That was a huge 3rd quarter for you, coming from as far back as you did. Did you think the Baltic Striker still had something left for the home stretch run?
Oh yeah, he felt real good in the middle of last turn. I was just cruising home with him.
How does it feel to win 2 in a row now?
Yeah, well, that was unexpected for me. I didn't think that with the post position that I could do that. I didn't think that I could even win a race. But
okay, and Ron Gerfine, another sensational win for him. He's having a great year.
Yes, I drove a lot of winners for Ron Gerfine this year, and he's been doing tremendous.
Okay, very good.
Hi there.
Okay, and we have Ronnie Gerfine here right now, trainer of Baltic Striker and, of course, trainer of Imperfection, who just captured the race before. You having a good night, Ron?
Having a wonderful night. I absolutely can't believe it. I prayed for a night like this. I thought I had the 2 best horses, to be very honest with you. We talked about that at the press conference. I didn't know how they were going to be able to win, but now I know how they can. Now I can go back and look at the replay and see how they won.
Okay, congratulations, 2 in a row. Great night for you, Ronnie. Let's send it back to Bruce Beck now.
All right, thank you very much, Gary. Baltic Striker returning 460, 280, and 260. Giant 4 second, 340, and $3 in Japa's Crown. $11 to show the time of the mile, 155 and 4. So it's Baltic Striker, the son of Baltic Speed, out of the speedster mare Sunny Terra, who finds the winner's circle. Now the official order of finish in this a wide open race. It was Herschel Walker, who had second-itis going into the race, finishing 4th. Desert Rain 5th, Craxi was 6th, and the rest of the order finished SIROCCO SPUR 7th, and so on down the line. Coming up next, a look at 2 of the Breeders' Crown races from earlier tonight, the 2-year-old fillies in action.